Hi, it's Denise. Welcome to my home. You know, my craft room is clean, but it's very, very full. I'm just not sure how this camera's going to go. And I can't see well enough to see this far away to see how it's positioned. Okay, I'm going to use the other stand here when I'm doing stuff because I want you to be able to see it. And I guess I wanted to have a chance to talk to you for a little bit first. Let me pull this door too. I think that the light is a mess here. Okay. How is everyone? Sunday afternoon. My Lazy Susan that I just hauled. I thought this would be a really good thing to have in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it yet, but I know I'll find something. I've been doing a lot of thinking today, and I guess that's dangerous. For me it is. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things that are really important to me. I am absolutely so grateful for this channel. I'm grateful for who God is bringing here. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for having the means to do the Temu hauls because that's what's kind of brought people. But I honestly don't think that I want it to be what keeps you. I know God is orchestrating this. I have no doubt in my mind. And I wanted you to know that I want to be a reflection of Jesus to you, to anyone that I see. That if you see anything good in me, that it's Jesus. It's not the wig, it's not the makeup, it's not the Temu hauls, it's not anything else. It's Jesus. And I mean, I could take everything off and just do stuff without makeup and without jewelry and without this and without that. And maybe there'll be a time when I will. I don't know. This has been kind of novel for me to be able to do something a little different and feel different about my outsides. But when everything is said and done, I don't want you to remember me for my outsides. I want to be remembered for who I was, who I am today, and who I'm becoming. Our journey in this life is short. And I honestly believe that what is most important in this journey is what we learn along the way. And our teacher, our great teacher, is Jesus. You know, we can say this or that, or about science and about this and about that, and but the most important thing is not the differences. It's the likeness of us with our Creator. That's who He created us to be, is to be His counterparts, to be a part of Him, to be, to commune with Him. And in order to be able to do that, first of all, we need to know Jesus, because He is the way, the truth, and the light. And no one comes to the Father except by Him. And that is a truth that we can't sidestep. Now, I know that every time I talk about the Lord, I lose subscribers. I do. I just do. And it's okay. Because God restores. He absolutely does. And who's supposed to be here will. I love you all so much. And I didn't know that there was a possibility of finding this kind of a relationship with people I've never seen face to face. But I have. And this is a gift from God. And I hope that you will receive that you are a gift from God. I hope that you will receive your value in the Lord, not in what you have, not in what you do, not in who you were, not in anything else but the Lord in you. That's where we find value. And that's the only value we can take with us when we leave this earth, is who he makes us to be. And we have to give him permission to do that. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was saying that she thought maybe it would have been a good idea had he not given us so much free agency. Free will. The ability to make choices for ourselves. Well, I can see why that was said. And it was a laugh. You know, it was kind of an LOL because, you know, she and I both know the Lord. But he gave us free choice to make the choices in our lives, to come to him, because we found that hole that only he can fill. And you know, it's our journey here on earth is not promised to be easy. It's not promised to be simple. Well, it is simple in some ways. But, you know, we all have our own journeys. We have our own stories. Some people have lots of money. Some people have nothing. Some people suffer great losses in their lives. Some people don't. But we all have our learning curve. And God knows everyone. He knows us all so intimately. And he knows what our learning curve is. He knows what we need to do in order to be saved. And it's all the same. What we need to do to be saved is to ask Jesus into our hearts to repent, and to move forward with the influence of the Holy Spirit on our lives. But he knows what will bring us to our knees, and he allows those things in our lives. I hear often, you know, if he's such a good God, why does this stuff happen? Well, it's because of sin. It's not because of him. We've caused this. We cause the evil to prevail. We allow the evil to prevail. We promote the evil to prevail. And then it affects generations down the road. I have a generational curse in my family that has to do with Vietnam, where Agent Orange was involved with my husband. And he was on a tour of duty twice, and he was exposed to Agent Orange on huge levels. He was a Marine, so he was first one in, and got these guys would walk around orange because of how much this Agent Orange was dropped. It was a defoliant. It killed everything in sight. It changed our soldiers at a DNA level, and it affects for generations. I have children that were affected. I have grandchildren that are affected. And, you know, when it says in the Word that sin visits for 7 generations, I suspect that it will be. You know, it's sin is pervasive. So, you know, with that in mind, and we all have our own journeys, I just want you to know who I am, and to know that I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. I've made a lot of wrong choices. I'm a recovered addict alcoholic. I got clean and sober in 1978, so it's been a while. That didn't stop the dumb choices. I've been saved since 1988. But that didn't stop the bad choices. I've had to grow. And I still make choices that I wish I maybe would have taken another way. But my first choice is always God. And I don't know what I'd do without him. I don't know how to live life without him. I talk to him all the time. He's a constant companion in my life. And if I need to be alone in order for him to be a constant companion, I'm willing. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be what he wants me to be. I look at these craft items here. I have one of the things that I want to do today with you is these are pieces of a box. It's an old box, and it's a really messed up box. It was out in the weather, and it's really a picture of who we are before we meet the Lord. And he'll take each piece. He knows where each piece goes. And he'll take and put us back together. He holds all the pieces. And what's left, what he makes, is beauty. Beauty from ashes. I want so much to be able to share more with you, and I will. I want to take it a little bit at a time. But for today, that's what I want to share with you. Is that in my journey, my choice will always be the Lord. It'll always be the Lord. I don't want to sidestep or compromise. And if it means, whatever it means, it doesn't matter, whatever it means. I love you all, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera so that we can look at what I'm doing here. I'm not as organized as one of our viewers was saying that she thought it would be really cool if I could have some kind of a schedule and know what we needed for the craft and post it in advance, and then you guys could do it with me. And I think that's a great idea. I honestly don't know how capable I am of doing that, but I'm going to try. Right now, I have a lot of things to do, a lot of things. I'll pan this camera around so you can see what a lot of things looks like. Okay, here we are. And I hope that this is all right. I'm not gonna, my face won't be showing much, but that's okay. I have help. There's Ginger. Now I wanted to show you, I have some wood glue, and I had to use my trusty little pipe wrench to undo a few things, and this was one of them. But in the process, I messed up the squeezy tube, I think. I may have to use Q-tips. I'm not sure. Oh, come on now. Surprise me. What are you all doing this beautiful afternoon? I see the sun is shining. It's really cold outside. But when the sun is shining, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? Okay. I've got to get this stuff off the chair. I'm sitting on a blanket and a few other things, and I'm just sliding around. I hope that there's enough here to reconstruct this in a reasonable way. I guess we'll see, huh? Okay, well, this is kind of together, so it's a brace, and these all tongue and groove, so it's going to be easy to glue. Let's just see what we can do here. You really need to come over here? Do you really? I've had this glue for years. I know it's not dead. It's not as liquidy as it used to be. Maybe I'll just use Q-tips. It'll be a little faster. Roar. Up, upside down. Team of Q-tips. I gotta pick them up now. What are you all doing today? I hope that you were able to get out to church if you go. I haven't tackled that for a long while. I don't do long stints away from home very well. There are a number of reasons why. My disability precludes me having a lot of time out. And I'm really hearing from the Lord that it'll be soon that I go back. And I'm glad, because that community is so important. Although it needs to be the right community. Okay, so I have a Q-tip and I have glue. It is pretty thick. You know, this smells like white glue. I wonder what it is about wood glue that makes it so good with wood. But boy, it is. I know this looks really rustic and dirty, and it probably is both of those things. I don't want to disturb the patina on the wood. It kind of speaks volumes about the age. Oh, crumb. I should have brought my hammer in here. Let's see if I can improvise. Okay. Now this is the back side. There are nails. And I think I'd kind of like to get the frame done if I can. Whoops. Just toss you around. I probably told you this before, but when I was little, I really liked taking things apart and trying to put them back together. I can't tell you how many watches and things that never ran again. Because I never could get all the parts back in. I'd have the watch that looked like a watch and then a pile of parts that just didn't work anymore. I ordered some more stencils, like I really needed stencils. I've got an awful lot of stencils that have to do with nature and outdoors. But I ordered like kitchen stencils and stencils that talk about family and stuff. Ouch! Oh, this chair is not comfortable. This stuff isn't super glue, but it sure gets sticky. That's probably why it works so well. I'm glad that there were enough pieces left of this to show me where everything went. Trying to put this together, if it wasn't the right pieces at the right places, wouldn't have worked. What I plan to do with this is get it together. It's got to dry. I was thinking about whether or not I should whitewash it. I kind of think I'd like to, but I kind of think I don't. My puppy got a hold of this. I hope I have enough of it to make it reasonable here. But it's kind of nice with things that are old like this because you expect wear. You know, you expect things to be used. I hope. I think what my goal is going to be is to make a bunch of this stuff and go to craft fairs. And those of you that haven't seen my dolls, you'll see them. I have a lot of LOL dolls, and they're ready to go. I missed craft shows the last couple of years because my health has been bad. And they kind of tanked. In the meantime, they're not as popular as they used to be. It doesn't mean that they won't be again. And I know God can do anything. He can bring buyers that didn't even know they wanted LOL dolls. Oops. Ooh. We are up to 542 subscribers. We're on the way. Hey, you guys. This is not working for me. It's very stubborn. There's a place not too far from here. It's been there forever and ever, I guess. I'm not from here, so I don't know how long it's been there, but it was an old barn. It was torn down. And I watched as people took the wood, and I thought, oh man, I'd love to be able to get some of that wood. And maybe I still can, I don't know. I've got a lot of wood out in the garage. So we will see. Rats, I was afraid of this. The thing is coming apart. It doesn't take a real big surface to make it work. should do the other side here first, since this one will go on easier. And if that one's stable, then the other one will fit in there. I should have thought of that first, but I didn't. It's definitely okay. Do you ever have like thoughts of, you know, out of nowhere, of things that you did when you were younger? I'm not saying that all of you are my age. By no means I see that there are people of all ages that are here, which is really cool. Just a memory will come up and pop up. I know sometimes smells and songs can do that, but I'm talking about nothing seems to be in the wind, you know, like there was nothing necessarily to remind you. And for me, it kind of opens the door to think about other stuff. At that same time, you know, that was going on. This particular memory was when I was pretty young. I was not one of the favored children in my family. I was a difficult child. And I kind of marched to my own drum. Well, look at this. Okay, let's try this again. I didn't put enough glue on there. Oh. I think it's real important for kids to mind. And my kids all had that expectation of them, that they were to mind and to do what they were told to do. But on the same hand, I look at my grandkids, and there are some of them that are kind of put together in a similar way to me. You know, they're rather boisterous. And it's kind of neat to see that. I'm getting this stuff everywhere, you know. I should have put an apron on or something. Okay, let's do this. Take two. Get off of my finger. Now, as sticky as you were with my finger. Oh, no, it's this way. Be that sticky with the wood pieces. I was thinking about, the other day I was thinking about was talking to a friend, and she was saying that whatever she didn't make, the kids didn't wear. And she made everything, and she had a ton of kids like me. And I found that, oh, phooey, come on. I wasn't able to sew when my kids were young. There was just so much to do. And I really admire the fact that she did. Okay, now this just isn't fair. Do I need to just let one side dry before I attempt another? I kind of think I might. I'm going to call and make an appointment with the eye doctor on Monday. I was told that I had the beginnings of cataracts, and that was a year ago. I was supposed to go to the doctor then, and I didn't. And I'm afraid that, I mean, that, you know, there wasn't anything that could be done. They have to progress to a point where you can have surgery. And thank God that's an option. I don't see as well as I used to. And I don't drive nearly what I used to drive. I don't drive at night at all. And, well, phooey. I'm going to just let this one dry. These pieces right here I'm going to let dry and then add this. Well, that kind of changes what I'm doing here. Let's see. I wonder if I can lift this up and just put it over here. Okay. I'm going to kind of put this on here so that it'll dry the right size. Okay, the stencils that I have right now that I could use, I have a piece of wood that I could do something with. One piece. I got this at Habitat for 50 cents. And it's a finished piece of wood. You know, it finished. When I say finished, I don't mean that it's got a stain on it. It doesn't. But it's been sanded. And I think that the stencil will fit right on there. Anymore when I'm going through stuff, when I was going through the cupboard in the living room where I was keeping the craft stuff, and I had games in there and all kinds of stuff. I was looking at things and threw away quite a bit. But your eyeballs kind of change with focus. And this little piece of wood that I probably would have thrown away at any given time because I wasn't thinking in terms of anything else. But look at that. I'm going to do something with this, you know, right, or anyway, it'll be pretty. And on this side, it's got the cribbage, but just the checkerboard. I'll make something pretty out of that. Okay. That's puffy paint. What is this? This is a glue. What have I done with my paint? I had it in a box. I'm gluing the top shut again, I'm sure. I want to paint that piece of wood, like whitewash it. Well, what did I do with the paint, you guys? Those are stickers. Well, I guess I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. That's all right. I can use this paint. I imagine there's some white in here somewhere, or a lighter color. What would be a good color to paint this background? Well, this would be good, except it's all dried up. I wonder if you can mix it up. I guess we'll find out. I got brushes out. What did I do with them? Oh, right here in front of my face. Hey! It doesn't mix up very well. It just makes the little pieces squishy. So that one's not going to work. And these are stippling brushes. I really shouldn't be using them. So this one is dead. What am I going to do? Is that paint up there? I think it is. Oh no, this is stuff for the hot gun, the heat gun. I'm going to turn you off for just a minute so I can find the paint. Okay, I found my primer. I went out in the other room to get the primer, and my dear sweet puppy found a roll of toilet paper and shredded it. I just vacuumed in there. Just. just before I did this video. I tried to get everything done that needs to be done in the house before I do anything with YouTube or Temu or anything. I mean, I just try to get it done because that has to come first. Anyhow, I found the primer, and this isn't necessarily the best brush to use, but that's what I'm using. And this really, it's a primer and it looks white. Do I need to shake it? It's been around for a minute, so maybe I do. Out of all the stuff I have, I still did not find my paint, the paint that I know I've got. I did order some acrylic paint. This isn't going to do it either. It'll definitely bring out the grain, but it isn't what I wanted. Well, I'm going to have to let this dry anyway, so I'll have more time to... And what do you want? Huh? There's nothing up here for you, you know. She doesn't know that. Well, kaplooey. I thought that this... Oh, there's another one. Don't walk on it! Not for babies to eat. No. Go on now. Have you ever seen anything like it before? It's just all about them. I don't bother this room too much unless I'm in it. That little dog of mine, Hunter, he is a hunter. And I can't keep anything away from him. He's into everything. And it's my own fault. I need to, like, put things away. I can't leave something on a table because he'll get it. Why are you crying? It was Ginger. She has a really... Like, her cry is like a baby's cry. You want to answer it because she's just sad. Well, this will at least give me a nice base to paint over top of it. It is a primer. And maybe it's not supposed to have color. It looks like it's white to me. It's supposed to be white. But however it works out, it'll be fine. So I think that'll do it with this. I'm going to have to let it dry. I have puffy paint. That's not what that's for, though. Well, whoops. This isn't working. Okay. Well, I don't know how long we've been at it, but I think that it's been an epic failure because I wasn't as prepared as I needed to be. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited to use these letters, and I love doing stenciling. It's so much fun. I think this is a transfer. I'll have to figure out how to use that too. Maybe it's a stencil. Kind of looks like a transfer though. Yeah. There's so many of you that know so much more than I do. I'm a novice. Like I said, I'm a crafting wannabe. So I've got to get these brushes cleaned out, and I'll get this video up. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. If you like the content and you'd like to subscribe, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and like this video. We do different things on this channel. There are Temu hauls and crafts and just me talking. What is that called? A vlog? I don't know. I don't know what those things are called. One of the things that I'd like to do is figure out how to use this clay and do some stuff with that. I love you. Thank you so much for being patient with me and helping me to get where I need to go. It's only been because of you that we've done as well as we have. And I appreciate it so much. I love you. Bye-bye.